Hey everybody, 5thHorseman here, playing our Kerbal Space Program, and as you recall, last episode we ended, we were owed 4 tech nodes, but we could only afford 3. So we're going to go out into space and get ourselves some science so we can more easily afford our extra one, and then also with that achieving a mission, we'll be able to buy 3 more. So we'll actually be able to buy 4 tech nodes after this, ideally. So we are going to go into the the spaceplane hangar. I'm so used to going to the spaceplane hangar, man, because I'm an airplane pilot now. We're going to go to the VAB, and we are going to build a ship. And that ship is going to go to the moon. It is going to fly over multiple moon biomes, and it's going to do science. And what it's going to do is, when we do the science, we're going to transmit some of it, and then we're going to do science again, and then send the pods home with the science in them. So we get the transmission credit, and then we also get the returning home credit. So I'm going to build that ship. It's going to be kind of crazy looking, but when it's done, as usual, I will be back. Okay, I'm back. And if you know anything about me, you know that when I add solid rocket boosters to something, it's because I couldn't get what I wanted. And it generally means that I over-engineered the crap out of my vessel. Yeah, we got 5 skippers down here, 4 solids, fairly standard asparagus. We got an extra tank in the middle here. Then we've got a standard, this is the one with thrust gimbaling, if I remember correctly. We've got some batteries and some solar panels. We've got our comms dish and our thermometer. And then here's all of our science. And it's the 3-headed giant. That's why I named it Cerberus. Each one of these is going to have a guy in it. And once we get into space, we're going to move 2 of them down here. We have a abort sequence that hopefully we won't have to use, but it should get these guys away from whatever is exploding down below them. For some strange reason, the ship did not fall apart. So I think that means we're good to go. This is crazy. Oh, you know what? We're not good to go. We are missing a Kerbal. Actually, you know what? We're in sim mode right now. We are going to test the abort procedure. We are going to throttle up. We are going to go 3, 2, 1. We are going to go 3, 2, 1. Launch. That all looks good. Now we're going to say decouple this. Actually, let's decouple this one because we're already turning a little bit. Oh no. Things are in trouble. Let's backspace. Well, it kind of worked. The 3 parachutes. I am going to go with that was a successful test in simulation mode of our procedure here to save everybody. Jabber, you ready to do this for real? Let's revert the flight to vehicle assembly so we can put people in those capsules. Oh, and I just thought of something else I wanted to do. This is going to be a pain in the butt to click on this. And I'm going to be doing science fairly often here. What I want to do is this guy, we're going to log the temperature. This guy, oh, we can't take a crew report from that. That kind of sucks. I almost want to bring a 4th guy now. We're going to take a crew report from this. That's going to be hitting F1 because we're going to do that a lot. What sucks is I wanted to be able to have a guy EVA and just sit there and just do EVA reports, but that's not going to work. So we're gonna have to bounce him in and out for that. But oh well. And I just made that the stage. That's definitely not what we want. So let's make that 5 because 5 is like an S. So let's log the temperature and do a crew report for the middle one. And now let's save. Let's populate our ship. I think Bill and Bob should go. We don't want people in there because if we have a problem on launch, we want to be able to save them. Which is how well that worked. And we are going to launch. Okay, let's go ahead and test our science gathering capabilities here. Temperature readings are quite literally nominal. Let's go ahead and keep that data. Let's go ahead and transmit the data. Process in lab. We can't... No operational lab modules on this vessel. Cannot analyze the data. Well, let's just transmit it. Apparently we lost it because we tried. So let's try that again. Let's go ahead and transmit that. Did we lose the thermometer ability? Log temperature. Override existing temperature. Oh, I see. Log temperature. Now let's transmit that. And now if I hit 5 again, we're going to get another temperature scan. Yes. So let's go ahead and transmit that. Did we transmit it? Apparently we did. Yeah, it was just up in the sky. Starting transmission. Okay. So that all works. Except for the crew report here. Yes. And then we're going to reset this experiment. That way it will work. That's kind of clunky. I hope they fix that in the future. Okay, our computers are on. Our volume is cranked up. I forgot to fix this again. I'm pretty sure my staging is right. Actually, yes, I'm pretty sure my staging is right. So, we are going to go, oops, computer on, 3, 2, 1, launch! I like to dream. Right between the sound machine, is that what it is? I don't remember that song. I should probably know it if I'm going to quote it. It is only now that I remember I did not put any reaction wheels on this thing, so hopefully it will launch okay. Our atmospheric efficiency is cranking up pretty fast, but I'm not too concerned. We're not at 90 yet. We're almost out of solid fuel. The important thing is it's getting us up out of the air, or out of the thick, really super thick air. And here's where we have problems if we're going to have these problems. There go those. Actually, I can already tell we're going to start having problems here. I don't think we're making it to space. I have a feeling our thrust to weight is going to die. Right here. Let's go ahead and pretend that we're going to have a good flight. I have apparently left my thrust to weight off of this for some reason, like I don't need it to know it. We're actually doing a lot better than I thought we would, so I'm going to keep it up here. I'm going to keep up the charade. Our velocity is going up, which is, we're going to say, critically important here. And I'm not going to go down to, what was it, 60 degrees until our apoapsis height is at 15. Because you can already tell that we're kind of going sideways here. Yeah, if this doesn't launch very well, I might have to asparagus in a little bit more fuel without launch pads. Okay, we're going to go down here. And when we get to 17.5 or thereabouts, maybe 18, I'm going to go down to 50 there. Yeah, 18 is at 50. And then at 20, we're going to go to the line. I think we're doing okay. And then it's going to be 5 degrees each turn here. We're definitely not going very fast, which can be a problem. Especially because we're almost down to one engine. Okay. 25. There go those. I hope you are enough to get us where we need to go here. Yeah, once we get to 30, assuming we ever do, Yeah, see, we're nearing our apoapsis, which is going to be a problem. We are 13 seconds away from our apoapsis, and we're not really pushing it that far. We are gaining surface velocity, but we have a long way to go and a very short time to get there. I have bad feelings about this whole concept. But I suppose we can test the theory behind this thing, which is take a science reading here. Whoops. Let's observe this materials bay and observe this mystery goo. And then we are going to keep the data here, and we're going to keep the data here. And what I'm going to do here is... oh, you know what? This won't work. Because if I decouple this, I'm going to do it, but he's just going to die. Because I can't control him while I'm flying through the air. So, yeah, this whole thing was a failure. Let's go ahead and cut that and backspace. And they're falling in unison. Okay, so I need more thrust. Let's just go ahead and revert to vehicle assembly. I'm going to solve this more thrust problem, and I will be back when I have. Okay, Cerberus Mark II. We've got some control wheels here, which should help us do something. I have 9 skippers at the bottom here in a even bigger asparagus design than before. I've got 8 solid rocket boosters around the outside. I don't know what I'm doing. I do, though, want my vessel to display thrust to weight ratio. Thrust to weight current, I guess. Yeah. 1.5. That's perfectly fine. Okay. So we're turning on the computer. We are cranking up. I forgot again. Jeb, why do you keep kicking people out of your ship? We're going to revert to flight. To vehicle assembly. Okay. This is it. This is the time. 3, 2, 1, launch! Already more wobbly than we were last time, but I'm going to trust that that's okay. Let's go ahead and take a reading here. Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment. Let's go ahead and transmit that. And then let's go ahead and transmit that. Already gained some science. Jeb's happy about that. Okay, the solids are going. Assuming we make it past a point where we made it before, I am going to stop the recording and I will pick it up either in orbit or when I abort yet again. Solids are done. Bye-bye. Okay. We're looking good. We're losing atmosphere. We're losing atmospheric efficiency, which isn't the best, but who knows what's going to happen. I bet you do. It's going to fail. But anyway, I will see you either in orbit or back on the launch pad. Okay, we just dropped our last stage before the last stage, the penultimate stage, and we are very close to an orbit. We're almost 60,000 meters up in the air. We've almost got our periapsis above the horizon. Things are looking pretty good. It looks like most of this is going to happen all at the same time here, which is fine. We've got plenty of fuel. So we've over-engineered that, as is fairly frequent in this business. So we are going to coast our way to apoapsis, and then we are going to raise our periapsis here. And tell you what, you've seen me go to the moon many times. There's absolutely no reason to watch me go again. So I will meet you back when we're there. Okay, really quick, I just wanted to show you I am still in orbit around Kerbin. Well, not well. I guess technically I am, but I'm not. I'm still really close to Kerbin is the important thing. And I have achieved a periapsis of 24 kilometers over the surface of the moon, which is, in my opinion, pretty darn sweet. We have so much more fuel than we need. It's kind of ridiculous. But what are you going to do? Other than plan your things better. So we're gonna lower this orbit down here. Doesn't really have to be. Actually, we don't want it to be. Now that I'm thinking about it, we actually want it to be polar. So we should fix that right now. Let's set up a maneuver node right about, not there. Let's set it up here. 3 minutes from now. So it'll be really annoying and give us a. But yeah, we want this. We want our moon encounter to be polar. And I guess retrograde? No. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it like that. We want it to be polar so that when we can get readings from the poles. So let's rotate ourselves, and this thing, yeah, I know, we got an alarm coming. This thing takes forever to rotate. As I'm using fuel, it's getting better, but yeah. It's never going to be good until I get rid of this thing, and I have a feeling I'm going to keep this thing throughout the entire mission. I might leave it in orbit around Moon just so that we have fuel to give to the fuel base. How could I let you not watch this? Or not let you watch this, I guess. There goes Kerbin. Okay, this bouncing, jiggling thing here tells us that we're very close to a circular orbit, 15 by 15, and we are happy. And it is time to start doing science. So let's go down to the ship here. Sadly, it's nighttime, which is a little annoying. But let's go ahead and do this here. We can hit 5, that'll tell us where we are. Temperature scan while in space near the moon. That doesn't really tell us anything. But let's go ahead and transmit that data. And in space near the moon, transmit that data. Let's go ahead and get Jeb out of the cockpit here. Can't click on that. Okay, Jeb, where are you? Let's go EVA. Let's get your EVA report. Above Moon's Midlands. Let's go ahead and keep that data. Get back in the ship. And let's see, let's go ahead and just get this thing open. I said extend. There we go. And then transmit. And we've transmitted all of our data. Okay, now let's take a reading here. Material bay above the Midlands. Just near the moon. See, this is a bad. This is bad. Space near the moon. I was kind of expecting this to count as Midlands, but apparently these don't have that. Which means we do 2 of these and that's it. That's all we can do. Which is basically the send and the thing. So let's go ahead and reset that experiment for now. We might be in a little bit of trouble as far as that's concerned. Let's wait until it's daytime to do anything. It's stupid doing all this in the night. I don't want to get much lower than 15 though, because I don't want to crash or nothing. Okay, it's daytime. So, EVA. Let's turn on the lights. We should probably turn on the computer here. Okay. Go ahead and let go. Put your RCS on. Let's get down in the old capsule there. Okay. Bob, go EVA. Might as well get your EVA report here. Polar lowlands. That works for me. Ooh, polar. That implies that there's polar highlands. Okay, Bob, get in your science capsule here. Okay. Let's go ahead and observe the materials bay. Space near the moon. Yeah, this is going to be bad. Now, if we process in lab module, I think then it's going to transmit. Oh, we're going over the pole. Whoa. Why does this take so long? I thought they said they weren't going to do things that took time in this game. Oh, look at that seam there. Okay, it has been processed in the lab module. So now we can transmit it for 30%. Yes. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with the goo. We're going to process it in the lab module. And then we should be able to reset this now. Okay, now we're going to transmit this. Yes. We can't reset it? I thought that was the whole point. Clean experiments. Oh, there we go. Well, this is kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. I wasn't expecting this to be such a pain in the butt. But the thing is, now that I have done this... See, these guys really need to be landers, and they're not. And because of that... Now, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and do these. That's worth nothing. That's worth nothing. Okay. Okay, these have been cleaned out, so now if I observe them again... Can I process it and then... No, see, it's plus 10% transmit value. So let's go ahead and keep this data. And then observe the mystery goo. Keep this data. Eject you. Activate your engine. And yes, he is off-center just like the other ones were, and I'm expecting that. Actually, why am I aiming him this way when I really want him to go this way? Okay. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background. He's a very sad-faced cat. One thing I didn't take into account was the fact that I'm going to be in a polar orbit. Not sure what that's going to do to all this, but let's find out. Okay, 1.9. Whoop. Boom. 19, and that's going to cost us 336 meters per second, of which we have 17. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's rename him Going Home. Rename vessel Going Home. One. Okay, now we're going to go back to this guy, and we're going to observe materials bay and keep it, and observe the goo and keep it, and then we're going to detach him. We're going to rename him Going Home 2. Going Home as well. Let's go ahead and get him a maneuver node. Back home. 4,000 meters looks good to me. Okay. Oh, one thing we got to make sure of. That would be bad. This guy's already dead. Kind of annoying. Let's try to save this. Let's do this. Jeb, where are you? Jeb's going to save the day. He's going to go EVA. He's going to let go. He's going to turn his RCS on. Okay, this guy is the one that's screwed up. Jeb's going to go out there and he's going to push him around so his solar panel is in the sun. Jeb's like, I'll fix it. Okay, solar panels now in the sun. This is the one, right? Yep, they're both in the sun. And Jeb is still having issues. Okay. Don't bump into it again. It's kind of cool though that as soon as the solar panel got in the sun, it fixed itself because you know it right or whatever it is, it SAS turned back on and was fine. Okay, Jeb, back in your command module here. Sadly, this mission is not going to be as profitable as I thought. So, okay, now, this guy's in the sun, he has power. This guy's in the sun, he has power. Our regular ship is slowly gaining power. Not a big deal. We got plenty of time. Now we're in space near the moon. Now we want to get... The only thing we can do now is go into space. I mean, we can get crew reports everywhere, I guess. Go and do a crew report. It's not worth anything. Why didn't you get an EVA report while you were out there, Jim? EVA report. It's not worth anything. Okay. I'm starting to feel like this was a waste of time.